Okay, stand by. Roll number. Okay, this is interview number 3, and this is AP in your own time.
AP?
Yeah.
And where are you
Associated
from?
Press. Originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
And how are you here?
I am here, long story, just graduated from grad school, and now I'm here working for the Associated Press.
How cool.
Yeah.
What a time for you to be here, too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Wow, where'd you go to grad school?
USC. in
Nice.
LA. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I probably saw you at Starbucks there or something.
Oh my God, maybe.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so starting off, your film is a great film, and it has a lot to do with you being a mom, and I wanted to know, so do you think that playing a mother, a teenage mother in the film, has better prepared you for the teenagers to come?
That's an excellent question, because I thought I would write my deepest fear about my daughter one day going off to college. She's only 11, but I thought, well, maybe if I channel it through my fingertips, it'll be like a bit of therapy for me, but no, not a bit. I'm still petrified that she'll go off to college. But maybe I'll get lucky and she'll go to USC or UCLA in Los Angeles where I live, which will be easy because then I can still do her laundry.
And also in the film, there's a scene where you get your daughter ready for prom, which is always a big moment in a girl's life.
Yeah.
And so do you remember your prom, and what was your experience like? What did you wear? Who did you go with? And do you have any advice to any mothers that are getting ready to also send their daughters to prom?
Interesting. I went to prom with a very good friend named Steve Mikos. He was in the friend zone with me, but I loved him so hard. And I asked him to prom, and he took me, which was really, really nice. But I found out years later that he had a girlfriend that he had to hide from his family because she wasn't Greek. So can you imagine? Poor her, having to sit there while he took this Greek girl to prom. Wow.
Oh my God.
I know. They got married. It all ended up great. I know. Do you want to hear the extra weird wrinkle?
Yes.
My parents bought the house that she lived in. So years later, whenever I go home to Winnipeg to visit, I sleep in the bedroom where she slept and had angst about me going to prom with her boyfriend.
Oh my God.
What a moment of the sisterhood, huh?
That's an amazing prom story.
And now we're all friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you wore?
Yes, I wore white to the prom, and I got to do the speech to the teachers where I just made fun of all the teachers, because what are they gonna do, flunk me? I was graduating, and it was really fun.
Oh, good. That's like a great prom experience. And so in the film, you also work with your husband, and then you're also working with your husband in the new television series, The Great Holiday Bake Off.
Yeah.
So what would you say the difference is between working with your husband on set and working with him in the kind of reality set world?
When we're hosting the show, we're just ourselves, and that's very, very rare for us because we say no to everything, but we love Mary Berry so much because we watch The Great British Bake Off, of course. So when they asked us to host the holiday show, we were like, yes! And they're why? And we were like, Mary Berry! So I make Mary Berry tell me constantly that we're friends. I go, we're friends, aren't we, Mary Berry? And she goes, yes, dear, we are. And then files a restraining order.
What would you say the atmosphere is like being in the Bake Off tent? And is it weird being like Canadian, surrounded by the Brits, or what is it like?
It's actually it's like the United Colors of Benetton in that tent because we have Canadian, my husband's a New Yorker, we have ABC, which are American producers, and then we use the British production team. So that's super cool. Everybody gets along.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we eat our way. As soon as they yell cut, the crew and the cast go in and eat all the baking.
That's amazing.
It's a free-for-all.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
I leave set every day sticky from the icing.
That sounds like a dream. And speaking of ABC, so you recently did a few guest episodes on The Catch,
Yeah.
which is Shonda Rhimes' new show.
Yeah.
So before that, were you a Shonda Rhimes fan?
Totally. I love Shonda. Everything she writes could be played by either sex, could be played by any ethnicity and any age. Her characters are just human beings, and that's what I love about her. I admire her so much. I love her writing. I stalked her too. I invited her to our Christmas party and then got a job on Grey's Anatomy. Great, right? So now I can write off that Christmas party as a business expense.
Do you watch Scandal as well? Would you say
Yes.
you're a gladiator?
I love Scandal. I love everything that Shonda does. How to Get Away with Murder, super good for tips if you ever want to get rid of your spouse.
It's very clever.
Yes.
It's very clever. And would you also say if you had another show that you'd want to guest star in, what would be another show?
Well, The Good Wife is gone, so let me think. I'd like to guest star in Catastrophe. So if Sharon Horgan, if you're listening, please, I'll play anything. I love that show. I love Casual on Hulu. Super great. I like anything that's just sort of quirky, like Mindy Kaling's writing. Fantastic. Yeah, I just tend to gravitate to the offbeat women.
Oh, good. Those are amazing shows that that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And is there a show that you really can't live without?
I really can't live without the Great British Bake Off. I love it. We would never try to be Mel and Sue, but I'll try and make it something that's a little more AP. Like, what else? I really, really could not live without Downton Abbey, and now it's over. But I hear there might be a film, and I want to write Julian Fellows and say, couldn't there be a Greek courtesan?
Why not?
Something, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Uh-huh.
And lastly, you're about to make your, is it your Broadway debut?
At the Public, it's off Broadway, yeah.
Yeah. And what would you say is the difference between doing kind of like solo stand-up comedy versus doing theater with a full-on cast?
Well, I've never done stand-up, but I've done sketch, and I always have a cast of 6 people to soar with and fail with. So you tend to really trust each other in that ensemble world, which is why I write ensemble films. I'm not happy just being just me and then everyone's in a supporting place. It's not fair and it's not fun. That's why this film is a 6-lead cast, 3 generations, and it feels really good that everyone has their story and their arc and their moment. So I learned that at Second City. And then conversely, to be on stage, it's very in the moment. It's very what you're feeling that day. You have to push aside and then be that character that night. So it's a discipline that I'm really anxious to get back into.
Yeah, well, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Good luck
Thanks.
with Broadway. I'm a huge Broadway fan, so I'll definitely be looking for that.
What have you seen recently that you just loved? Have you seen
Kinky Boots.
Oh, was it great?
Amazing.
Yes.
I'm a huge, I see it. I want to see Hamilton, who I know is the director of it.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yeah, 9 times.
Are you, I'm so jealous of you
I
right
love
now.
it so much.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I've seen In the Heights with Lin-Manuel prior.
Yeah.
What he did before Hamilton.
Yep.
Which is supposed to be a movie, A Word on the Street.
Ah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so great. I know I hear that In the Heights might be. I also love Fun Home. It's really great.
Oh,
so
yeah.
different. Everything's great right now.
Everything's
it's a great time
It's a great
for
time
New
for
York theater. Yeah.
and TV
Uh-huh.
and film. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
so much.
Hey, great. How long have you lived in London? Oh, I know we should stop talking.